We're live.
We are live. What are we going to start off with today?
I think you need. I think you need to do a public damage control.
Damage control's technically broken out.
Yeah, there is no more
Might as well
damage
just start on
control.
the releases. That seems to be the biggest news the
Yeah.
last week.
People need
Bobby's
to
Fury,
realize
Braun
releases
Strowman,
have been
Shayna
happening.
Baszler got cut.
I think it's ridiculous that people are so up in arms about these releases. Like it doesn't happen every year. I see them blaming TKO. They're blaming Nick Khan, blaming Triple H. The releases happen every year. Why is this year so much different and everyone's so up in arms about
Because it's people losing jobs.
Probably didn't
it? Yeah,
help
but
the Mania sucked.
it happens every year though. It's not like
No,
this is the first time it's happened. Sure as shit won't be the last.
Don't lie, you definitely cried for like 20 minutes when they announced Dakota Kai was getting released. Started bawling your eyes out, didn't you?
no, because no,
My thing is this. From everyone that was released, is there anyone that is actually was important or going to be missed on TV?
Absolutely not.
yes, yes,
Oh,
and I think I said it before. Uh, Cora Jade.
so I brought up last week with you. I thought it was really concerning that pretty much they replaced Julia with her.
It's not concerning. Cora Jade got out. To me, Cora Jade, Roxanne became what Cora Jade was supposed to be.
What
So she's
Cora's issue was every time they went close to like really pushing her, she got hurt. And that like stunted her. And then when it was time to finally go on the main roster, for some reason they just didn't think she
Right.
was ready. And there was really
Gigi.
nothing for her in NXT.
My only thing is that I don't understand. I don't understand. I This just weird to me. I don't understand how Nikita Lyons still has a still has a job.
I'll defend her here. She's getting a lot of unnecessary hate now. Like she did a Vader bomb last night on Evolve, and people are like, "What the fuck is that?" Like it's a Vader bomb, clear as day. It's done well.
I read that people were complaining that she beat the person she beat. I don't know anyone from involved, so and they
I
were
don't even
mad
know
that
who the fuck she
Nikita got the
beat.
first win over this other woman. It
Don't even
wasn't
know
the
who the
Vader
fuck it
bomb
is.
itself.
I'm not even like people are like I don't know Gigi Dolan. I could understand because they weren't doing. I mean, they weren't really doing anything with her.
Which I would have given her a shot in the main roster, just see what you had.
But I don't I I I don't understand. I just don't understand y'all's choice because
Actually, let me pull up the fucking release list.
you fucking get rid of like Jakar Jackson, but you keep BFAB. Like,
Yeah, like I said, the biggest takeaway from the releases once again is the total destruction of the women's tag team division.
Yep.
It's like that last time. It's no this time again.
well, I
Like
mean,
what's the point of having a division if you're just breaking up every tag team?
they're not breaking up every tag team.
There's only like
There's
three tag
there's
teams
like
left.
two or three now.
No, it's not. They go across. They'll put tag teams together. They go across different brands.
There's Liv and Raquel. There's Piper and Elba Fire, and then who's the
Michin,
other?
Michin, and
BFAB.
Michin and BFAB.
Oh, yikes. Oh, and there's the Kabuki Warriors, but God knows when Asuka's returning.
She's supposed
The
to be
Kab-
returning after Backlash.
I almost said something, but I don't want to get canceled like Brandon, so I'm gonna shut my mouth. Special shout out to Rick because I think you know what I was about to say.
I do know exactly what you're going to say. Okay. So, just the big names here. Hayden Katana Chance, I'm not surprised on. Strowman, if like his left leg is like, was it like 15% paralyzed? I'm not surprised.
But I
Well,
also read that he's got some deal
he's
that
coming back. He's coming back anyway. They just
right that he can come back
Yeah,
two
he'll
to
be
3 months at a time, which I don't even understand why release the guy then.
He's making a lot.
Yeah,
Who's
but you're
making
going to bring
Getting
him
other
back in
money.
for 3 months at a time. So you're going to give him a 3
Yeah,
month
but they're going to
contract.
pay him probably significantly less.
no, but they're good. No, but he's probably gonna. They probably are gonna rework his contract.
Shayna Baszler, not really surprised on that one either.
I guess they decided Zoe Stark had more upside.
I don't get the Zoe Stark fascination with them, but Riley Osborne, he was apparently released because he didn't want to be on Evolve. Eddie Thorpe made sense after the selfish white people promo.
I think it's more than that. I think they tried pushing him to the main event, and he just, he sank instead of swam when he had the chance.
Gigi Dolan, I would have given a chance to on the main roster.
Hmm.
Same with Cora. Jakara Jackson was actually improving. That one was kind of shocking, but you kind of knew once they broke up. Metaphor. Who's the other dude? Aura Mensa. Another one. Not really surprising once they broke up. Metaphor. And then Gallus was kind of shocking, but kind of not at the same time.
I don't even remember them that they. I didn't realize they were still even there.
They they helped train The Rock get back in ring shape last year. So they were like the new like Curtis Axel pretty much, where they use them to get X Legend or X Celebrity ready to get back in the ring.
I think Cora Jade was given the chance to prove herself when they pushed her on TNA, and maybe they didn't see something in her while she was doing the deal with Masha on TNA, and that's why she was on the chopping block.
I don't know.
But that is one I'm actually surprised they didn't even like attempt to even move her up. And it was concerning that they pretty much put Julia in her spot.
I mean, not really. I mean, hello, McFly.
Yes.
Let me pivot for a second. Speaking of Julia, what did you feel? Do you feel it was Julia's fault or Jordan's fault for that spot where Julia landed basically on the back of her neck and head?
That spot was nothing. That was a nothing spot. You know how many times she's probably been dropped on her head in Japan?
I know, but everyone's flipping out. Oh, Jordan Grace is dangerous. She's sloppy. Blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, that was technically Julia's fault.
It was Julia's probably the final match in NXT. I mean, I guess you could blame Julia for it, but I think that was a nothing spot. I think it's getting overhyped, blown out of proportion.
Well, it's Twitter X, and that's usually what happens. So
I mean, how many people will get dropped on their head a week just based off both companies?
You know, you need a life because you on Twitter and X too much and all that shit. Like
Get on tout.
like like, dude, you be. This is what they said on X and Twitter. I'd be like, dude.
You're like, look what they said on Skype.
Skype's dead.
Dude was definitely like back in the day, being like, "Yo, look what this motherfucker said on MySpace."
Skype is Not fucking dead.
Yeah, it
it's not
officially
dead. It's
closed.
over. It just ended. BT was definitely in Google Chats.
Hell yeah, it was.
No, actually, I never use those.
It used, what is it? AIM.
Of course, everyone used AIM. And
AIM. What the fuck is AIM? Are you serious?
Look, I was at like the ass end of it.
This man said AIM. I can't.
I'm not calling it.
This
AIM.
man said AIM. What the?
It's not called AIM.
No,
This
it's
man,
AIM.
Brandon. This is BT. You gonna have to sit this one out. This is between me and Brandon. Brandon was in Yahoo Games, fucking flirting. Brandon was in Yahoo Games flirting. BT, you know what I'm talking about?
I know I've heard stories about
They used to have all the games, boy. Them chat rooms that you could play. You can play pool. You can play all the fucking games and shit. Boy, I ought to be a kid again.
PT definitely used Omegle just to talk wrestling with people.
BT's that person in the meme. So wrestling is really cool. They call him the tribal chief because of the fact that he was the main guy for like 4 years. I personally don't like. He's on like a date.
She's like, I just want to know what we want for appetizers.
Brandon laying in bed with a woman. He's probably thinking about somebody else. This is Brandon. When is Roman Reigns gonna come back?
Did they really choppy his pee-pee?
Is John Cena really gonna leave as the last world champion in WWE?
Man sitting there wondering where Omos is.
I'm an Homo sapien.
Where he was in Japan and now he's not.
This man Brandon be like, I'm an Homo sapien. Oh, that man be Ubering, be talking to his passengers. So anyway, there's this guy Jacob Fatu. Okay, yeah, that I mean,
all gas, no brakes, boy.
oh, look.
I'm feeling bullied.
No, you can't use that excuse.
Yeah, you can't use that. Not after today.
That you polluted the admin chat with.
Lucian. What else we got? We'll save Backlash for last. We got Will Ospreay's shed from yesterday.
I understand what Ospreay said. I get it. But why are you always talking about WWE? Everyone made a big deal during WrestleMania week that everyone was talking about AEW. Why is every interview that Will Ospreay does, he's talking about WWE? Is he really that bothered by what Triple H implied like
Yes.
over a year ago?
Yes, that man's hurt.
Like
That
seriously,
shit cut deep.
get over it. But unfortunately, I got to say this out loud. Meltzer had a point. Guys in AEW do not dress for the role. They don't dress like they want to be giant stars.
Oh, Lashley does.
The Hurt Business does.
Yes. But Omega, he comes out freaking in like he just got out of the gym.
Shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah. Freaking. Ospreay comes out like he just came from a soccer game. Forget about,
What are
you
talking
know,
about, bruv?
Moxley comes out in jeans and his white T-shirt that they're going to charge you $40 for.
Yeah, but in Moxley's case, that makes sense. Like, dude shouldn't be coming out dressed in like suits and shit.
No, I don't think they should be coming out in suits unless it fits the character. An MJF, the Hurt Business, things like that.
And like, I wouldn't come out in those shitty T-shirts either.
But Ospreay could dress somewhat business casual. He doesn't have to be like in a full suit, but you know, what's that saying? Dress for the job you want. So
Is that why you dress in pajamas every day when you're Ubering?
I don't dress in pajamas every day when I Uber. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Probably look like you about to fall asleep.
I'm reading this thing where Logan Paul apologizes to Stone Cold.
Oh, that shit was fucking hilarious.
This
Logan Paul's
man,
kind of growing on me.
this man called this man Mr. Cold. That is funny. This man called it dude.
He's growing on me.
That man is not Mr. Cold. So back to what y'all was saying. MJF dresses the part.
Yeah, like I said, that's his character.
I
Weeb
have
again.
I have an interesting theory.
What?
I heard somewhere that AEW doesn't have no stars that could be in WWE as they currently are right now.
No, they do.
And MJF, for somebody who is this is going to lead into my next question. MJF stays in character. Outside of wrestling, he doesn't try to interact with the fans as a face. He acts as a douche, as a heel. And no matter his insults, no matter how low he fucking goes, he's fucking cheered. He's
That's what
fuck,
it was. So he's cheered as a heel, but like he gets like mixed reactions as a babyface.
but he didn't get mixed reactions as a babyface. He was still cheered.
Near the end, he kind of did because I think it was starting to fall apart.
Well, that's not MJF's fault.
It kind of was. You didn't have to do that stupid ass jump.
He So I've been the reason I basically have been trying to figure out is MJF, is he a smart heel because I was watching something the other day about how Raven came about. It was an old Paul Heyman interview. Basically, he was talking about, and I had completely forgotten about this, but I mean, it makes sense, Brandon. BT, you probably don't know nothing about this because you didn't watch ECW. You was sperm in your parents' nutsack. But anyway, when the character of Raven was created, Brando, do you remember how much we hated Raven? People, the fans of ECW, Paul Heyman had a point. The fans of ECW were smart, but like I hated Raven.
He was the
I
like that.
I
He was
hate.
top heel.
He was the top heel, but that was the point. Paul Heyman was basically saying like Raven is so smart that he could get fans that even knew that at the time knew that it was who were hip to the business. He could still get those people to hate him because now every day people wants to be cool. That's why I was thinking about MJF, because does MJF want to be cool, or is his douche character just cool? Like, what is it? Because I can't put my finger on it, because when he beat up Private Party, that motherfucker got the shit cheered out of him.
You mean Top Flight?
My bad, yeah. When he beat up Top Flight, that dude got the shit cheered out of him.
He's gotten to a time where he is the cool heel. Whatever he's gonna do, no matter how much heat he tries to get, he's gonna get cheered, and then he's gonna get the crowd to turn, and they're gonna boo him, and then he's gonna do something else within 2 seconds, and they're gonna cheer him again. It's very much. I think he's very much in that area where Rollins is right now. Rollins is supposed to be the bad guy, but he's not getting the heat. He's getting the cheers.
No, that's completely different.
Rollins only getting cheered because of that theme song.
His theme song. They've got to change his music.
Yeah,
He's getting cheered because
the
of
whole character.
It's his theme song. I kind of like where I think that they're getting there, because if y'all notice on Monday, he had the fucking Messiah jacket. He hasn't worn that in a while.
And
Yeah.
They didn't play his music at the end either, so they weren't. So they wouldn't sing it.
They didn't play his music at the end. What the fuck are you talking about? CM Punk came back.
I'm thinking the week before when he stomped Sammy.
Oh no, you can have him like going around like a fucking baby face doing whoa after he just beat after he stopped Sami Zayn like 12 times.
Exactly.
Which Sami Zayn came back 1 week later,
1 week later.
but Roman takes months.
But Lord, watch your mouth. That man took like 9 stomps over the course of 3 weeks. Matter of fact, I think it was like 20 stomps and like 15 spears.
CM
So
Punk came back.
I was gonna say Punk came back. He only needed a week.
He didn't need a week, okay? You got also got to remember Roman was betrayed by
He
his
got that
wise man
Willow
for the
paint
last
alliance.
six years.
And Punk was betrayed by his best friend of 20 years.
His best friend, but I mean, still, I mean, Punk. I mean, so
I would just like to
about?
say,
He
and
wasn't
for
his
the
wise
record,
man.
Paul Heyman was right on all accounts. He was used and abused by both Punk and Roman.
Get over it.
Get over it.
Get over it. You are the one. You are the one who decided to stick around. Nobody forced you to stick around and to go with the bloodline.
I mean, to be fair,
Nobody.
where was Roman? Where was Roman who was getting put through a table at Madison
Yeah,
Square
where was
Garden?
Roman? Roman left him to the wolves, to the Tongans, and Jacob Fatu and
Roman had built this company into $1 billion industry, so Roman was taking some well needed time. He was the champ for like 4 fucking years.
He always has time off.
It's not time off. It's time to get better. Time to train.
That man was not trained. That man was chilling, fucking sipping martinis and shit.
That man was training. Why y'all hate on my tribal chief so much? It just don't make no sense. Let that hate go. Let the hate go.
Well, I wish we could say we're gonna miss him when he's gone, but he's barely around.
We are gonna miss him. We are gonna fucking miss him a lot.
I don't think we will.
We will.
he won't even be able to tell he's gone.
We will.
You're just gonna think he's on vacation again.
We will. Brando will miss him too.
Yeah.
It's like people that say they miss Brock Lesnar. It's like, no, you don't. He wasn't around. You miss Brock?
Yeah.
So I think post Cody, there's really even take out the what he's got involved in. Aside from doing like the Gunther match, what really was there left for him?
That's not the point. The point is that
There's the point. He was winding up anyway.
I mean, he
Like,
was.
How do you sit there?
How do you know?
Back and you're like,
how do you know?
Hey, we want Brock. We miss Brock. Brock would be great for this scenario right here.
But you don't even know.
You can't answer the question.
I can't answer the question.
No, you can't. You just said I don't know.
Brock Lesnar,
Yeah,
Gunther, Jacob Fatu. Like what the fuck are we doing?
I give 2 fucks. I've seen Jacob Fatu versus Brock Lesnar.
No, the fuck you haven't.
I could give 2 shits.
Well, you like Becky Lynch, so you're fucking stupid. So
do you.
Anyway, no.
So do you. We'll get to that later on because someone has conformed.
Let me tell you something. Can we get back to the topic at hand? Seth Rollins needs to change his music.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I said in the fucking chat. It is wild that Def Rebel is so fucking garbage when it comes to theme music, but yet they've created. Maybe there's more. They've created 3 of the most fucking iconic themes just out of sheer fucking luck.
I gotta lie, Logan Paul's new theme is kind of a banger.
Who?
Logan Paul's new theme is low key.
I like his too. Well, actually,
I don't even know if they have anything to do with them, but like it's low key a banger.
So mine is Jey Uso. Jey Uso, Roman, like for sure, Def Rebel made it. Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins.
But
Those
isn't Jay's just a revamped version of what the Usos had from the Uso
both
Pentagon?
of them are, but both of them are. Jimmy, if you look at Jimmy's is the same thing.
I hate this babyface version of Roman's music. I like the original, the original one better.
I do miss the
Mm-mm.
old theme. That
But I
shit gets you
mean,
running.
right? But the new
You're
one,
ready to run through a fucking wall for that one.
but the new one, I mean, the new one is, I mean, the new one has grown on me too. Like it's just a
It
choir
hasn't,
version of it.
because it's just a recording of his WrestleMania 40 or 39, whichever one it was.
Oh
Fucking
please,
debut.
Sasha Banks remix song was just
Oh, that was terrible.
a recording of fucking Snoop Dogg rapping her to the ring at WrestleMania 32.
That wasn't good either.
Considering he ad libbed it, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is.
Bobby, you spent $100 on a texting service.
Fuck no. I know somebody who did, but I ain't talked to him in a while. I know
That's wild.
Jamerson. I know Jamerson probably did.
That's wild. Especially when it's like not even the real her, it's just an AI text.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
that's a
That's what makes
bot.
it worse. Terrible PR. I don't.
Let's give
For
Becky
someone that
props for
has
that
all
line.
the resources in the world next to her, she needs to get a better PR team and better advisors.
This is what I don't get about this. This the hotline thing. You flex that you have the highest paid contract of any woman wrestler in the world, and you need to charge your fans $100 a month for them to get an AI text.
Yep, because it's about
Yeah,
making money.
money's money. You can never have enough.
You can never have enough. That's why her name is Mercedes Monet. I don't hate her hustle. That's one thing y'all can never give me to hate. I can't hate her hustle because she gonna get her money. And as much as you hate on it, there are people out there that's gonna pay for that shit.
People are stupid, so. But Becky had the great line that she couldn't even keep a straight face. That was a great line.
The whole so let's get to that later.
Yeah, we'll go through the AO. So, guess who appeared on Collision tonight?
Scott Hall.
Zach Gowen.
Wow.
The hurt business beat him down.
No, Ricochet did.
Was Javon not available?
I don't know. Ricochet got Javon's ass today.
Pause.
All up in there. He got Javon worked into a shoot.
I mean, he
Call him
did.
Tony fucking crackhead.
And everyone's ripping on saying, "How can you call Tony a crackhead when you work for Shawn Michaels, who did every drug under the sun?"
I forgot Sean did coke with fucking Sexy Red apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
He did not do coke with Sexy Red.
According to Sexy Red's Instagram post from like a few months ago.
Why the fuck are you following Sexy Red? Like, what the
I'm
fuck?
not. It popped up.
You
on
are.
posts.
Does Abby
Mhm.
know? Does Abby?
Yeah.
Did you gonna get your ass? So you gonna come on next Thursday with a black eye?
We're black guys. What do you mean? We're back at it this Saturday.
No, yeah, you gonna come on Saturday with a black eye because you know
I'm
she
with a
don't
broken
play.
nose.
She does not play.
What'd you do if I did come on with two black guys? Would you be concerned?
Not really. I'd laugh.
What's the other? There's another news that happened this week. What the fuck was it? Hold up. Oh yeah, NXT. How do you feel about Miles Bourne?
I feel that they're using not having anyone really for Oba right now to try to push someone else. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's not a major NXT event. Not that I know what, besides Stand and Deliver, would be considered a major one. But you're giving this guy a chance to, see if he can break out. I have no problem with it. I don't know why everyone's hating on it.
What happened?
So, Miles Bourne, who is the partially deaf wrestler in No Quarters Catch Crew, won the number one contenders battle royal on NXT this past Tuesday, and will be facing Oba Femi at NXT Battleground. And it's gotten a lot of shit.
Miles Bourne.
Miles Bourne, the dude that apparently looks like Randy Orton, but like I don't see it.
It's if Randy Orton and Kyle Fletcher had a baby.
Oh, that's a huge ass Orton fan.
Yeah. He's a deaf dude in NXT.
Well, I mean, obviously they see something in him.
I mean, how are you going to build someone up if you don't give them an opportunity to do something bigger than what they're doing? So I don't know why there's so much
him up a little bit more.
hate about it.
I don't know when the fuck they're ever going to do Oba versus Trick, though.
I mean, if you think about it, this is kind of how Sheamus was built on the main roster. He won a battle royal when he was just barely getting on the main roster and got a shot against Cena and won the title.
Yeah, but like before that, Sheamus was like ending Jamie Noble's life. So he was already being built up as a credible like monster heel. Miles Bourne, I don't know. Miles, like, aside from teaming with Javon Evans randomly, there hasn't really been anything to sit back and be like, yeah, I want to see Miles Bourne versus Oba Femi for the NXT Championship.
I mean, you never know. You gotta. Here's the thing: people complain. Here's what I don't get. Here's what I don't fucking get. People complain that WWE doesn't build new stars, and then when they build new stars, it's nobody wants to see him. Yeah. Nobody wants to see him in the match. Nobody gets up for that match. It's the same shit that they do with Jey Uso. I have never heard a whole bunch of bitching, whining, and complaining since he won the title. This dude, Jey Uso's not good. Jey Uso's not good. But dude, I'm like, dude, y'all complain that they don't make new stars, and then when they do, y'all complain about them. Now all of a sudden, Jey Uso can't wrestle. Jey Uso is the most boring wrestler in WWE, and the man doesn't know how to tell a story. It's the same with Nikita.
Has been wild.
It's the same with Nikita Lyons. I get that. Yeah, I get it. People are shocked. I'm shocked. How does she have how does she still? I'm not gonna hate, but it doesn't damn. Now y'all hate Nikita Lyons. But just 2 months ago, y'all was just getting this girl because y'all liked her. Y'all like the backside. It makes no sense. So now they got exactly. Now they got Miles Bourne. See. This is the shit that I'm talking about. This is the shit why when people say to me, oh, well, Triple H is tone deaf. Triple H don't know what he's talking about. Triple H is going to get fired from TKO because he doesn't listen to the fans. But every time that he does an interview and he says, you know what, I don't listen to the fans on the internet. I listen to the audience in the arena. He proves himself right every time because he's right. He's dead on. You may not like the fact that he doesn't fucking listen to the internet, but he has a point. Because if that shit would have carried over to the arena, people would be fucking booing. Nobody booed Jey. That whole build up to WrestleMania, as much backlash as Jey Uso got on WWE, nobody. I did not hear any boos. There were no boos that I heard on TV. Even now, people complaining, but dude, I have never. I've only seen this happen once. There was only one time that I can legit say that I have seen a WWE theme played through again, and that was when Triple H returned in 2002. They had to play that shit twice because of the fact that of the ovation that he got. Jey Uso comes back, and because of the fact that people want to yeet, they fucking replay his music over and over. Now he's getting 7-minute entrances. They go to commercial break. He comes back, and I know that they stopped the music during commercial break, but he comes back. They play his music for like another 3 minutes, and then when they don't go to commercial breaks, they're playing, and everybody is yeeting. They're yeeting. So I don't so they're proving Triple H right. Like y'all, everybody sits here and says that Triple H doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But the Raw after fucking WrestleMania, after a bad show, he fucking kills it. And to be quite honest with you, the last few weeks, the Raw and SmackDown have been fucking good.
So before I get on Triple H's thing, my theory on Triple H here on why the last few shows I think have kind of starting to really pick up. The Jey Uso stuff makes no sense considering Jey Uso at one point was someone a lot of people were pushing to be the one to end Roman's run.
Exactly.
A lot of people forget he was stupid over when he was the right-hand man for Roman.
And people forget the Hell in this
just started like what, a year and a half ago?
No, it was when he went to Raw.
Over. Yeah, a year and a half ago, I want to say. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like fall of 23. So he's over. The only thing people like you can truly kind of have on him is his in-ring, but like at the same time, it's not terrible.
You can't. There's nothing that you can have on him. He's made. He is fucking made.
I mean, for like people like criticizing him, like that. The only thing you can maybe bring up is his ring work, but it's not bad as much as people are saying it is. It's like,
hold on,
he can put on a good match.
Hold on, take me out real fast.
So like, Zach Gowen
can put on a good match.
Zach Gowen against Ricochet is happening on Wednesday. It didn't happen tonight.
No, Zach Gowen appeared in the show.
Yeah, and they set up the match.
Oh, you gotta be fucking me. What are we doing?
So at Beach Break, it's Ricochet against Zach Gowen.
You gotta be fucking. What are we doing?
And now every freaking AEW mark's gonna be the biggest Zach Gowen fan.
Like, come on.
I don't
We have Double or Nothing in like 2 weeks. There's only 2 matches announced. Your whole women's division is literally locked up in the Owen Hart tournament right now because your TBS champion is about to go challenge your women's world champion. You've literally spent the last few weeks pretty much feeding any challenge you may be able to have for Toni Storm. You pretty much have now had to lose to Toni Storm. Your world championship is currently in a briefcase, and it looks like they're going to do Anarchy in the Arena for that one.
Yeah, always at Double or Nothing. That's why they're having the title match Wednesday.
Your tag division is pretty fucking useless right now because it's locked up in the MJF shit. So to get a big pop, like I don't get it. This company 2 weeks, like not even a month ago, they had a great, damn near perfect show. Mm-hmm. And next week on what's supposed to be a big TV event for them, we're doing Ricochet versus Zach Gowen in 2025. What are we doing? Oh. What up, Josh? Like, for real, what the fuck? And then last night, like, I like Rhino, but why are we giving Rhino meaningful TV time?
Because it's Detroit, but you know what? They did use him right. He put over Nick Wayne. So
I can't bitch about what they did, but like at the same time, it's like, why are we doing this. Hold on, let me get Bobby back in.
Okay, what the fuck we doing?
So they announced Ricochet versus Zach Gowen for next Wednesday on Dynamite.
Okay. So what's wrong with that?
No.
What's wrong with Zach Gowen in 2025?
Is Zach
He's still a-
Gowen still wrestling consistently?
Yeah, I mean he's a. See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all hate every little thing. I mean, damn.
To be
What do
fair,
y'all
shit.
like?
So you're
What
gonna
do y'all
watch
like?
Ricochet versus Zach Gowen next week?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
I'm
absolutely
gonna hold
not.
you to that.
Absolutely
Fuck you,
not. The fuck do you want?
I'm gonna hold you to that. Next week, when Ricochet versus Zach Gowen comes on, I'm gonna make sure you're watching it and we can talk about the match together.
Let me behave because my number one hater is here. Yes, I sure am, and I'm gonna enjoy the match because I'm not no tribalist.
You are a trouble.
I'm not no fucking tribal. I watch both.
Zach was only 19 when he signed.
Okay, that was 25 years ago.
And I'm gonna tell you,
25
I'm gonna tell you,
years, but, like,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you how much of a tribalist I am not. I don't have a problem with anything that Will Ospreay said.
Oh, I don't either.
The only problem I have with what Will Ospreay said is like, dude, shut up. That's the only thing because dude, it's like, dude, you keep WWE in your mouth, but at the same time, it's like, well, no, I mean, you technically right. There's nobody that can. I think
it's practically a wash.
I mean, it is, but the problem is that they work different styles. There's no cap on what they can do in AEW and what they can't do.
But even on top of that, okay, let's look at it this way. He said no one in the ring bell to bell can match AEW. Okay, well, if you talk about the men's division, he probably has a point. But at the same time, I think only him and maybe Omega are the only guarantees of you're getting guaranteed at worst a good match.
That's not but see, you can't say that because of the fact that they work there's two completely different styles.
I know, but like take it at face value here.
There is no face value. You can't
There
take
is
it at face
value.
value. There's no face. That's like comparing. This is like comparing LeBron and Michael, and they play two completely different. They played two completely different positions.
Going anywhere. The tag divisions in both, I think, are a wash because both are not that fucking good right now. And then the women's, WWE blows them out of the water. So it's kind of a wash from what he says.
The issue is
Ricochet comes off as someone, not Ricochet, Will Ospreay comes off as someone that he may deny it, but you can tell he is still pissed about those comments a year ago from Triple H.
Probably so.
The grind.
Probably so.
Like that shit cut deep.
That's probably so.
Doesn't mean what he said is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a gap between Will Ospreay in ring and everyone else in wrestling right now.
They wrestle two different.
I think Will still be able to do most of the shit he does even if he's in WWE.
I don't know.
The only thing he probably not able to do is a tiger.
No,
That's really it.
he would have to slow down. Some of the shit that he would. No,
I don't know. Because Nathan Frazier goes at 100 miles an hour.
Nathan Frazier?
Yeah, you said he has to slow down. Nathan Frazier. I'm not saying Nathan Frazier's good. Like,
are you?
Okay, well,
he said Nathan Frazier. No, oh my god,
Bobby, you're not listening to the comparison. He's talking about the speed that he moves.
No,
not being on the same
I
level
know
as
what
Osprey.
he's doing. I know what the fuck he's doing. It's still different. It's a controlled speed. Low key, I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, WWE feels like it's controlled speed. What I mean by that is that if you look, I compare it to the to me it's controlled speed. Like, yeah, they're gonna do the fast. They're gonna do like WWE's gonna do the fast shit, but it's gonna be moves that are safe, that are not gonna get. Because to me, Will Ospreay does fucking moves. I don't know, like the way I don't know how to describe it, because the way that Will Ospreay wrestles, he wrestles like he's fucking out of control. I mean, but he's not. But I don't know. Maybe it's because of the fact that he doesn't sell a move for like 10 minutes. He'll fucking get back up and then I don't know. To me, I get what you're saying. Yeah, they're the same as far as speed goes, but at the same time, I can see the differences.
Yeah. But like, he's right. He's not wrong.
I realistically think
But
Seth
he
Rollins
does need,
could.
but he does need to shut the fuck up.
Right. But I realistically think that Seth Rollins could. I think Seth Rollins is limited to what fucking he could. I really do.
I actually want to point this up because I know Josh probably can't see this comment. Zach is 42 and worked regularly in a decade. Did he retire at one point?
Yeah.
Okay, but then you have a problem. See, this is what I'm talking about. They fucking bring legends.
Bobby. He's
Yes,
legends.
they bring legends back.
Legends.
Yes.
Oh, say it right now. Say it right now.
Say what?
Zach Gallen is a blank. Say it.
If he gets a Legends deal, hold on. If he gets a Legends deal, Zach Gallen is a legend.
Look, just because Armando Alejandro Estrada got a WWE Legends deal doesn't make him a legend.
Lana is a WWE legend.
Fuck, she is.
Dude, she got a fucking Legends deal.
That's just so they can use her likeness.
It's a WWE. It's literally called WWE Legends deal.
Yeah, they call it a Legends deal, but she's not a fucking legend.
Brando. If it's called a WWE Legends deal, and Lana got it to fucking WWE. Hold on a minute.
What they call
Brando, don't let me down.
You want me to be honest? Or you want me to just support you?
I want you to be honest. She's a fuck dude. If you got a Legends deal, yes.
All right, is the Boogeyman a legend?
Yes.
So they could use their likeness. That's all it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like, hey, we want you back.
Yes.
Family.
That man has been living off of his WWE gimmick and he was in WWE for like a year. That man has been living off of that gimmick for like 30 fucking years.
That's
we forget
he
that
only has one leg.
Who?
No,
hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. No. We're talking about the Boogeyman. Brando asked me, was the Boogeyman a legend? That man was 40 when he appeared on Tough Enough. Do we fucking forget that shit?
I've already lied about his
He was already 40 when he appeared on Tough Enough.
It was like that scene from
that man has been living off of that fucking gimmick for like 40 fucking years. I mean, excuse me, for like at least 20.
Yeah,
yes.
20 now.
He is a legend.
I don't know about that, but
you can't fucking hate it. You can't hate it.
No, it's good. He should make his money with his gimmick. I'm not hating on the gimmick. I'm just saying to call him a legend is where I'm like,
They throw that term around loosely. That's
I
why
don't
you
think
can't
just
fucking
'cause they're
pick and
under a Legends
choose.
deal, they could be
That,
considered legends because we know the
but
legends.
it's literally in the name. It says
But just so they
legend.
can use their likeness.
So just so they can use their likeness. Why? Because they're not active, right? Because they're not active. They are a WW. They're not in WWE. They are not active in WWE. They are a WWE blank. That's why it is called a WWE Legends deal.
So call Zach Gallen a legend right now.
No, he's an alumni. He's a WWE alumni. Hell, Ellsworth
When I
is
consider you a legend when you're in the Hall of Fame. Then
no
Yeah.
you can't do that because there are many legends that are not in the Hall of Fame. You
yeah,
can't do
there's no
that.
snubs.
No,
All right.
they're not.
I
Like
concede that
What
point
do
to
you mean there's no
Bobby. That's
snubs?
true.
There's many legends that are not in the Hall of Fame. Case in point, Demolition.
I agree with that.
Demo should go in next year.
Until they put Demolition in, that your point is mute.
Oh, okay, so they're not legends.
They are legends.
Because they're under legend deals.
They are.
Is
It's literally called a WWE Legends deal. Yes.
Bobby, is Eve Torres a legend?
Is she on a Legends deal?
That's how I'm asking you. Is she a legend?
Yes. WWE Legends deal. Yes.
Would you put her in the Hall of Fame?
Would I put her in the Hall of Fame?
Like,
If Tori Wilson
was legit.
if Tori Wilson win in the Hall of Fame, it's legit. And Tori Wilson win in the Hall of Fame.
Queen Charmel went in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Is Maria
Yes.
Menounos a WWE legend?
In the celebrity wing, yes.
Because she's got a legends deal.
In the celebrity,
There's
she's
gotta be
dude,
someone egregious.
dude. She fucking has appeared. She still does shit for them.
I don't think Eve Torres has appeared in WWE in any capacity in like 10 years.
She hasn't. But yeah, I mean,
There has
listen,
to be someone
I get what your point is. I get what your point is. But it's literally called a WWE Legends deal. There's a reason that they fucking get. You're covered under. If WWE's calling you, who the fuck are we to argue with it? He can't find anybody.
Those deals.
He can't find anybody. I know he's looking hard.
Josh, they made up. They're now under a legends deal, Demolition.
Yeah.
And they're most likely will be in the Hall of Fame next year.
Right. But are they in the Hall of Fame this year?
Obviously not.
Thank you.
No, we had to put an earthquake in.
They put the fucking natural disasters in.
That's because Triple H promised Earthquake's family last year at WrestleMania that he was going in this year.
I didn't.
And that was before the Demolition thing happened.
But like they're running out of tag teams, so I get it.
I'll look it up because I'm gonna do Brandon's job for you because I'm gonna make it because who WWE Legends did. I'm gonna look it up.
About to be like Alicia Fox, legend.
She is.
And you were wrong the other day, Bobby.
Why?
She's not going by Alicia Crawford. She's going by Victoria Crawford, her regular name.
That's what I said. I'd mix it up.
Aside from this TNA run right now, has she even wrestled consistently since?
She wrestled as Vix Crow.
Because like she's like just randomly popped up. Like wow, I haven't seen that motherfucker in years.
She's been wrestling on the independent scene as Vix Crow.
Okay.
The WWE Legends contract offers retired legendary wrestlers. Interesting. Interesting.
People even retired.
In WWE, they are.
Right, forced. Isn't Hornswoggle under a Legends deal?
Yes, he was at the World thing, WrestleMania weekend.
How are you going to argue against a Legends deal? And
I'll argue with it. Probably I'll argue against fucking anything.
Mick Bray, Victoria, legend.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, piece of shit, but legend. Armando Alejandro Armando
No, you
Alejandro,
say that shit right.
Excuse me.
Hulk Hogan, racist piece of shit, but a legend.
Oh, the Super.
Armando Alejandro Estrada, legend. Fuck yeah. I present to you, ooh, my god, yes, legend. Mark Kelly, Lana, Lana, yes, fine, fuck it,
Elena.
legend. They don't give them to fucking everybody, and I'm so yeah. So your question is, would
I
Eve
mean, they give
Torres
it
go in?
Alejandro.
Would Eve Torres go in the Hall of Fame based on their criteria? Fuck yes, she would.
I think so too. Under normal criteria, does she?
Are the
Yeah.
Headbangers a Hall of Fame tag team?
They are a legendary Attitude Era. See, here's the problem. Here's the thing. The Attitude Era. Hear me out. The Attitude Era was so good that team, because you gotta remember, and I put this into context. Everybody was getting pops, and what I mean by pops is everybody was getting fucking cheered like Steve Austin was. Like, so yes, like the older, like the headbangers. Yes, I think so. Mosh and Thrasher, like they're a fucking legendary WWE tag team. Absolutely, because to me it's not championships. It's Impact. It's Impact. And if you name anybody from the Attitude Era, because mostly everybody in the world watched the Attitude Era, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, is Crash Holly a legend? What the fuck did he do? Yep, he is a legend, and he won the hardcore title of the fucking Bounce House. Like it's Impact. Is Impact now? No, realistically, no. I do not think that fucking Lana. Well, I don't know. I'm iffy on that one, but like Eve, like some of the people on the Legends deal, no. But it's literally called WWE Legends deal. Like how the fuck can it? It's literally what they're called. WWE calls them legends.
So,
So we can't fucking go against it because just because we don't like it.
so to bring this up here, Zach
Jeez, I
Gowen
forgot.
has been wrestling consistently for the last
He
few years,
yeah he has
mainly in the Northeast.
he has and he's gotten better.
I wouldn't go that far.
Of course you didn't.
I just, no offense, it's not a
We
it's not
when
a
you say no
national
offense,
TV
you're about to
match.
be offense.
It's not a national TV
Half of
match.
their matches are not a national TV match. Answer me this: how the fuck did any of them women earn a shot against Tony Storm,
They didn't.
jumping fucking everybody else, and
They lost.
now it's an eliminator 4-way match.
Tony won.
But how did they get their spot?
They didn't. They just
And
throw
why is
darts at a
Megan
fucking
Bain not
wall.
in that match?
Bingo. Why the fuck is Willow feuding with Marina Shafir and they still haven't had a fucking match?
Oh no,
And she's
Willow's
on
now stuck
she's
in
on
Japan.
Collision
Willow's
tonight
stuck in
against
Japan.
Statlander.
It does not who?
Willow.
Willow right now, she's like stuck in fucking Japan. They have her wrestling. She's wrestling over in Japan because they have nothing for her right now.
She's
Here's
wrestling tonight. She's on Collision tonight against
They
Statlander.
put her on a
that's
collision.
that's what I'm
She's stuck in
saying.
Japan.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck are they doing? Like what are they doing? What is like so stupid. Like what's again Harley? What are you doing with Harley? Harley is over.
She's with Anna J now. They're
Harley
doing
is
their yearly Anna J push on TV.
yeah, exactly. Harley is over. What are you doing? I normally don't agree with Bubba Ray, but he had a point. What are you doing with Megan Bain?
They I
Like
know it.
looking back at that match that she had with Tony, what was the fucking point? Because I know that you protected her by having her lose by a roll up, but what was the fucking point of putting her in a match that early on against Tony Storm in a fucking in a pay-per-view?
They had no one for Tony
And
because
it
they
did
spent Because they spent the last 2 years really feeding everyone to two people.
They don't.
You either lost
And
to Mercedes or you lost to Tony. And the
well,
only
guess
person
what?
that beat Tony is leaving.
Guess what? And now guess who's about to beat Tony at fucking All In?
Mercedes. And that's
Mer-
why they're in an issue they're in right now because they have both titles tied into this one fucking thing.
exactly. They are going to build Mercedes up as the greatest women's champion of all time.
It's called a build. This build's been going on for almost a year now.
What are you talking about, Josh? Don't give me
The
don't give
Willow
me
Marina Shafir thing's been going on since like what last
Dude,
week?
don't give me that shit. Talking about it's called a build. Dude, get the fuck out of here, dude. They've been feuding for 9 months.
We've had
Unless they're building towards All In. Unless they are building towards All In. Okay, finally I see it. I see you had to stretch that. You had to get it to All In. But if they don't fight it All In, what was the point?
they've had one match in 9 months with each other.
It was a tag team match.
It's a tag match, and they pretty much use it to write Willow off for a bit because she couldn't take a DDT.
Exactly. Talking about it's called a build. I get that, but the thing is that what's
I mean, the build's good.
the build is not good.
Willow's on TV. Yeah, we brought up Willow was on TV tonight. Recently, she was chilling in Japan, wrestling.
She has had
Like,
one.
literally last week.
She has had one singles match on AEW TV this year.
Who?
Willow.
Well,
Tonight
Yeah.
was her second.
yeah, that's the issue with the women's division AEW. Everyone's either losing to Mercedes or you're losing to Tony.
And I don't understand because Willow's one of the most talented wrestlers that they fucking have. What are they doing with her?
Megan Bayne losing is a build. Towards what?
Towards
Because they're
what?
not doing a rematch. So what are they building towards?
I guess because of the fact I can kind of see his point because I guess because of the fact that she was running through the division, they kind of had to get it out of the way.
But
Which is what I thought. Which is what I thought. But dude, the way she was dominating, everybody, it was like you can't slow build that. Like I could kind of tell. Like that's what I thought that WWE was doing with Seth Rollins. That's what I thought that when it was Seth Rollins versus Jey Uso on Monday. I'm like, okay, well they're getting this match out of the way because everybody thinks that Seth Rollins is going to beat Jey Uso, and WWE's like, we're gonna get this out of the way, and we're gonna have the match.
Here's the thing: not everything needs to be long-term storytelling with AEW.
Nothing.
Not everything. They do a rematch later this year. They're probably not doing a rematch.
They're not
especially
doing a
if Mercedes
rematch.
is winning.
They're clearly going Mercedes versus
Tony.
Tony Storm at All In. Like, what are we talking about? Unless, I could also see this as well. Unless they turn Megan Bayne, and Megan Bayne is the one that finally destroys the Megan Bayne is the one that finally destroys Mercedes. But I just has she already beat Jade's TBS championship run? They're clearly going that route.
I think Mercedes has like another 200 days or some bullshit.
Yeah, like they're clearly going that route. Because Mercedes is going to beat her. Mercedes is going to have the TBS title. Mercedes going to beat Jade's TBS title reign. My thing is that so I'm gonna ask the question: has Mercedes built herself up to where she looks unbeatable?
No, she doesn't look unbeatable.
Most of her matches are very fucking like they're close, unnecessarily close. Some of them she should just be like clear win 1, 2, 3. You know it. But like I'll use the Julia Hart match for some reason. That was a ridiculously close match for some reason. Wasn't good, but it
But every
was a
but every
close
match
match.
but every
It was like back and forth.
but every match doesn't have to be a blowout match.
I know, but every match also doesn't have to be you're fighting for your life
I actually
either.
thought that I actually maybe I'll go back and rewatch it, but I actually thought that match was pretty good.
For the event, it was a good match. It was a decent match. Like in general, just in a vacuum, it wasn't one of Mercedes' best matches in AEW. I don't think it was one of her like mid-tier matches either. I thought it was closer to like one of her worst than one of her best.
I believe I believe I believe I will say this though. I do believe that they will have one of the better matches at All In. Tony Storm versus
I think so too.
Mercedes. I think that they'll have one of
I
the
wouldn't
better
be
matches.
shocked if they're the match of the night.
And it's a match of the year candidate.
Because no offense, I know they're likely leaning towards Osprey versus Moxley at All In. I know Osprey will show up. I don't know if Moxley will.
Moxley will, but if Moxley's not going to do something, he'll let you know. But I mean,
But hey, this current Death Riders thing, the one thing I learned about it was there's a reason Brock Lesnar shut down everything at WrestleMania 32 that Moxley suggested.
yeah. If Moxley retains it All In, they're going with Darby,
Darby. Yep.
which they should have. Which they should have. Oh, by the way, congratulations, Darby, for doing that kick at 20,000 feet.
Yeah, the story is
We miss
so
Darby.
bad that it has to end it all in.
It doesn't have to end. We miss Darby.
It has to.
We miss,
And
you wanted.
Osprey is a good choice.
We miss Darby though.
There's no we.
Osprey is a good choice.
You.
Yes, we do. We miss Darby.
No.
I think
I don't think
I speak for all three of us.
You definitely do not.
I speak for all
Darby's
three.
presence on TV is not.
I speak for all three of us. We miss Darby.
I don't miss Darby.
Yes, you do. I can see
I
the
don't.
tears in your eyes.
I miss
I
Darby.
honestly
It's okay.
think
miss Darby.
waiting and putting it on Darby is going to be a huge, huge mistake.
It's not a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Like I think Darby's probably gonna win it when he returns. I just don't know if Moxley will be the guy he beats it off of.
Fine. Will Ospreay will be the champ.
I miss Jack Perry,
Who?
Jungle Boy.
What about him?
Do you miss him?
Yes.
He's another one that's been off TV since January.
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you, I got something else to talk about. Yes, absolutely.
I don't think Osprey's going to win it till next year, to be honest with you. I think they're going to hold off until All In when they're back in London.
That's another year you're holding off on it.
Where I'm just saying that's what I think is going to happen.
Like, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna have Osprey like just float around feuding random people for a year?
They did. Since
What
Sting
has
left,
Darby
what
done?
climb Mount Everest? What the fuck? We don't do no slander here. Don't hide in the shadows. You come on the damn show and talk your shit. We don't hide in the shadows. That's why you mess up what? It's WHAT. Darby has done it all. Darby has done it all. Darby's done enough.
Darby's needed Sting more than Sting needed Darby.
Darby did not need Sting.
Darby needed Sting.
Darby is the new Sting.
Darby needed Sting to a point that near the end, it became a little ridiculous.
Did you just say Darby is the new Sting?
Yes, he is.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
I don't remember
I watched
Sting leaving the NWA in WCW as he was about to get his title shot and become world champion in 1990 to climb a mountain.
He probably was never offered it.
Just saying.
Hulk Hogan wasn't feeling it that night.
Listen,
Maybe Darby is afraid of the grind.
Darby's afraid. Please. Please.
I do feel bad for Darby because Sting's booking in AEW was fucking atrocious. The man no selling power bombs from Brian fucking Cage.
I mean, that's just a gimmick, and then he does the little. That's his gimmick.
Man,
Like
it
now, y'all
doesn't help.
now
That
now
man like
some people
66 years old.
that doesn't matter. Now y'all choose to get upset. Now that's a stupid
Like,
shit.
been
And you know what?
I mean, I've always
I'm
been
gonna say.
against this thing booking
I'm
in
gonna.
AEW.
I'm gonna say this, not the booking, but I'm gonna say this. What I'm supposed to, this is goes with the Hogan thing too. Now I think that Hogan's a piece of shit, but now y'all want to get mad because this man hulked up and he no sold a fucking like he would no sell something in Hulk up. Now y'all get mad. That was the whole gimmick. That's literally what he did. Sting did the same thing. Sting would get chopped. Sting would get chopped by Ric Flair and WCW and just walk out of the corner and the chops wouldn't affect them. Now that's what y'all get upset about. Oh, come, like, that's what he
Issue with
does.
Sting was that you knew there was limitations just based on he was fucking wrestling. He didn't
Okay,
really look good while he was wrestling in ring.
okay.
And then when you're
Duh.
trying to build younger guys, you have powerhouses like beating the shit out of him, powerbomb, taking steel chair shots and shit. And this dude's like just brushing it off and then submitting them in like 3 seconds
That he's been doing
at
that.
66 years old.
He's been doing that.
And it's hurt them. Sting should have put someone over on the way out. And I don't blame Sting for that because I think that's what Sting wanted to do.
No, would you go see? Would you no? Because people still went to the shows to see Sting.
I'm not saying let's not see Sting or don't let Sting wrestle. I'm saying Sting shouldn't have not went undefeated in AEW.
I didn't even realize that he went undefeated, but
He put no one over, and I don't think it was his fault.
No,
Not
he
blaming
wanted
him.
to lose the last. He wanted to lose his last match, and Tony wouldn't do it.
He didn't want to win the tag
No.
titles.
here's the problem: Sting has been doing that his whole career.
And do it that night against Rollins.
I am so sick and tired of your disrespect. I am tired
that-
of it.
No, see, another take I have on Sting. I blame Sting for Taker versus Sting never happening.
Well,
You had the
okay. I mean,
take out like the beginning. Okay, early
No,
on,
see, here's
you
the-
didn't trust how Vince was going to book WCW people because of the Booker T thing. I get that. You had a chance for WrestleMania 27, and you declined to do another useless run of TNA that you really didn't need to do. And then by the time you came into WWE, Taker was just looking for a way out, his way out perfectly, and your body crapped the bed in your third match in.
no. Here's the thing. No, I don't think they was gonna do the match anyway.
At
Vince
27, it
wasn't
was
going
offered
to
to
do
him.
it. That's why I blame
27
Vince.
was offered to him.
Here's the problem. See, this is how I know you're young. Do you know the reason why the Sting versus Undertaker match that like people wanted that match to happen? I think most people forgot. Do you Brandon? Do you?
I'm not, tell me what you're thinking. I'm not sure where you're going.
BT? Do you?
I have a few theories.
Why
I'll tell you both
people?
of them.
Why? When to me when it started floating around that they wanted to see Sting versus Hogan.
It was like around. Oh,
Here's yes. When not Sting versus Hogan. When did people want to start seeing Sting versus Undertaker? Here's the issue. The only reason that people wanted to see Sting versus Undertaker was because they wanted to see 97 Crow Sting. They didn't want to see any Sting. They wanted to see Crow Sting versus Undertaker. That's where people forget that the comparisons fucking started. It was because they wanted to see what it would be like for Crow Sting to face the Undertaker. That nostalgia, because of the fact that Sting has gone through so many changes, to me, I'm glad that they didn't do the match. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't want to see WCW the Sting. I don't want to see this version of Sting that I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the version of Sting that talked. And yeah, they in some way they kind of replicated it in WWE, but number one, it's not the same. I don't care what anybody says. To me, it's not the same. The comparison started because they wanted to see Crow Sting versus Undertaker. That's where, and if realistically we're being honest, they wanted to see Crow Sting versus Ministry of Darkness Undertaker. That's when, to me, when like 97, 98, when Undertaker started doing all that satanic shit, that's when I first started hearing about Sting versus Undertaker. And they started talking about dream matches. It's the same with like when they started doing Steve Austin versus Goldberg when they was both on top in WCW. I don't want to. I don't. There's some matches that if the matches don't deliver, we should never. We should never get that match. Case in point, Goldberg versus Undertaker. That shit was ruined. That was one of the most horrible matches, and probably that match in their prime. You got to remember something. And I'm not going on a tangent, but you got to remember something. They had fucking Goldberg in 04. They had Undertaker in 04. They didn't fucking pull the trigger on the match. They waited till these two people were out of shape to get that match versus Goldberg versus the Undertaker when they were both limited, when they weren't both full-time wrestlers to be on a side card. And that match was one of the most horrible matches one of the most horrible matches I've ever seen. It's the same thing with DX, and I'm almost done. It's the same thing with DX versus the Brothers of Destruction. That match was horrible.
Funniest match of all time.
That match was fucking horrible. Although, caveat, Shawn looked fucking great in that match. But
Trying to break his nose.
What I'm saying is that Sting versus Undertaker would not have delivered.
I want to just go back to your point.
When Sting officially signed, it wouldn't have. I think if Sting went WrestleMania 27 when it was offered to him instead of going back to TNA, it would have delivered because that was one of the final few years where Taker could still go and Sting could still go.
To me, it wouldn't have delivered because we wouldn't have get like if I'm sitting here, if I want Sting, to be quite honest with you, I don't like Sting. I don't like Sting's Metallica theme. His greatest theme to me, his greatest theme music is his Crow theme. I hate when they fucking got rid of that shit. That's probably his Crow theme is what his Crow, like people like it's the presentation. It's not just Sting, it's the presentation of these two mythological creatures. It's not just the presentation. Sting's Crow theme is up there with Undertaker's Bell theme. Like that shit, like the Diamond Dallas Page's Self High Five, Raven's Even Flow theme, Sting's Crow theme. Like Jimmy Hart made some bangers. Like that's what I want to see. If I'm getting Sting, I want the whole shebang. Y'all on the fucking. I want to see the Crow theme. And I know he's not going to come down for the Raptors, but I want to see Quiet Sting, Dark Brooding Sting. I don't want to see Sting and Undertaker every other week come down and piggyback off each other and cut promos to get to WrestleMania. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see Undertaker appear one week and then Sting appear next week. I don't want to see that. I want to see face to faces. Not them a week before WrestleMania, they finally appear face to face. That's stupid to me. I hate when they do that. So I'm glad that they didn't fucking do that match because that match to me would not have delivered what I wanted to see. Because at WrestleMania 27, let me tell you how that shit would work. Sting would appear on Raw. Undertaker would appear on SmackDown. Sting would appear on Raw. Undertaker would appear on SmackDown. Then 2 weeks before, they fucking finally had their fucking confrontation. The same shit that they did with Bray, the same shit when they did with Wyatt versus Undertaker. What did they do? They kept Undertaker off, and I get why they did it. They kept Undertaker off of TV for a year. That feud didn't deliver. They keep Undertaker off that, like those promos that they would have had would have slapped.
For 27, I think it would have been the same shit as the Triple H build. They would have came out, they would have had the silent promo shit, and that would have been off to the races. But with Taker, you brought the Bray Wyatt feud. Post Brock, that actually not even post Brock, the Punk match was his last good match. Like singles match. Because he did have the tag match against Shane and Drew or Roman. That was good. But for a singles match only, that was his last good match.
Maybe so.
Then he had the injuries with Brock. And that took him out pretty much. The Bray match you're asking to do that pretty much collapsed after his final match to go out there and try and put over someone in loss which they failed to do the year before too.
You didn't hear what I said. You didn't hear what I said. I'm not talking about the match. I am talking about the build. Those promos.
The
I'm not.
Sting build. It would have kicked off the same way the Triple H Taker one kicked
It
off.
it
Which would have been
it,
just them staring at each other.
it would not. It would not have delivered. I'm sorry. It wouldn't have. Like it would.
You don't think it would have the same kind of impact as the Triple H Taker one, just staring at each other?
No. It wouldn't. No, if they would have did the match maybe earlier in when he like maybe earlier, absolutely. But no, to me, other people probably it would, but to me, when I see a once in a lifetime match, I want to see the original gimmicks that started the comparisons in the first place. I don't want to see Metallica Sting. Ding 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 ding. I don't want to see Metallica Sting versus
No,
versus
why is Sting apparently
versus.
coming out the Lord Tensai's theme?
Listen, I don't know because his crow theme and like his crow theme in WWE was horrible. Like it was a
Too
version of
bad,
the
but
crow,
that was
but
probably that might have been his second or third best theme he's ever had.
no.
Nothing beats his NWA theme before the Man Called Sting WCW theme.
Yeah.
That original theme, that was
Put his
iconic.
WWE one in his top 3.
Yeah,
I
his
didn't mind
crow
him attack.
theme.
I hated his TNA one.
Yeah. Like, but his crow, I hated Kurt Angle's TNA theme too. Like what
I mean, they
the,
couldn't
but
get
like
his old one, so I guess.
I might get it, but like his
What's
crow
TNA's
theme,
theme is besides Jay Lethal. Everyone's TNA theme. Oh, and AJ Styles. Everyone's TNA theme fucking blew.
no, it didn't either because Christian's theme slapped too. Dun, no,
He still uses that's the theme he uses now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Christian's TNA theme was good, actually. And you know what? If we're being honest, the Beautiful People's theme slapped too. Because that dun, 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 like that part right there,
Slept.
huh?
Curry man.
Curry, man, get the fuck Sharp Boy's theme slapped.
Oh, shit.
Sky Blue is returning next week.
Swear.
Brandon's like, well, I got to get out the lotion.
It looks like I'm watching Collision.
Brandon's not even paying attention to us. Brando's not even paying attention to us.
I'm waiting to get my word in because I was trying to make a point about something you said 20 minutes ago, and I'm waiting for you to stop so I can get a word in.
I did stop. That's Brandon that gets off topic of shit. Go ahead.
The point I wanted to make when you were talking about Goldberg and Undertaker is I don't think Vince would have done that match. I think the Saudi Prince wanted that match. I don't think Vince would have done that match otherwise.
Yeah, no shit. Money speaks.
Yeah,
you give me 10.
And would the match have been as bad if Goldberg didn't concuss himself twice during it?
Yes. They had no sync during that match.
Well, he got concussed before the match started.
Goldberg could have been completely healthy. That match was doomed from the start.
Dude, they had no synchronicity during that match.
It doesn't help. Like Taker at that stage was not good enough where he could carry someone, and Goldberg was just never good enough.
Exactly. That's why people saying, "Oh, I can't wait to see Goldberg versus Gunther." Why? I'm gonna tell you.
That's gonna be the biggest carry job of Gunther's life.
We're about
that man's gonna have back problems after that fucking match.
Like Goldberg, they're literally gonna have a 5-minute. Like either Gunther is gonna stretch Goldberg like William Regal did in WCW, or Goldberg is gonna like come out and like kill him in like 5 minutes. But I
think you killed Gunther.
I think Gunther's gonna kill him.
Gunther should kill
him. That's why I made that.
But part of me thinks Goldberg wants to go out winning.
Wouldn't surprise
me. That's why he can't accept the
They're not.
Or the Roman match as his last match.
If I'm hearing the rumors that I'm hearing for this pay-per-view, they're not gonna fucking have Gunther lose 3 matches in a row.
I think he's beating McAfee.
Yeah, he's taking
I
McAfee
don't.
out. I don't think McAfee.
I heard a
I'm pretty sure you
rumor.
predicted Gunther.
No, I picked McAfee.
Actually, we might as well get the backlash and then we can head out because we'll be back Saturday.
I picked McAfee because I heard that Goldberg is gonna be at the pay-per-view.
Okay, so there's 5 matches. Might as well kick it off. Pat McAfee versus Gunther.
I think that Goldberg comes back and costs Gunther, which makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Because why are you even in this? You to be all football. Oh shit, Goldberg coming back on Saturday. Oh fuck.
Yeah, but okay, but let me ask you that: you're gonna have him come back and wait 2 months because they're not gonna do the match till SummerSlam.
Dude, they fucking Triple H can stretch some shit. Are you fucking for real?
They have enough shit going on right now where they could easily stretch it.
Dude, they're gonna fucking stretch this shit. I promise you.
It's not like, and this is not the bash AEW, where AEW really doesn't have a lot going on, and it's like a month on end before their next actual event.
Exactly.
They have Saturday Night Main Event. They still haven't done Logan Paul versus Jey Uso yet. They still haven't done CM Punk, Sami Zayn, and the Seth Rollins.
I'm talking
thing.
specifically
still
just
got
Gunther
Roman
Goldberg.
coming up.
They're
got
gonna
Money in the
stretch it.
Bank in there as a distraction. You have another Saturday Night Main Event probably in there at some point. There's rumors of Evolution you got in there at some point. And you got, pretty sure you said another Saudi event's happening in June too. So they have stuff to fill in during that time to where you could wait till sometime in July after Goldberg fucks over Gunther here, say it happens, and you can just pick up where you left off and it'd be just fine. They have enough.
But how does Gunther get his heat back if Goldberg costs him the match?
Goldberg appears sometime in between, and Gunther beats the everlasting shit out of him. And we don't see Goldberg until close to SummerSlam to start the build up for that match again.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he already got his seat back because that promo on Monday was one of the best promos that I think that he's ever cut.
Bro, that shit was scary.
No, I understand. I'm talking about if Goldberg cost him the match, he's got to get heat back on Goldberg.
He is gonna get heat back. They fucking it's about that time where Gunther goes to either the university to attack his son, or goes to Goldberg's house to attack Goldberg.
Fucking chokes out fucking Gage in front of Dio.
Yeah, I really think that he's probably gonna choke out Gage.
I think this all leads into Gage getting a NIL deal from WWE.
He's gonna get one. Brock Steiner just got.
Honest, I don't think that man's going pro.
Stop it! We don't want Brandon to leave. We're talking about football. He doesn't.
I'm not going to leave.
Like,
I just don't know nothing about. I just don't have enough. I don't know enough knowledge to have the conversation. Same thing when you guys talk basketball. I don't know enough.
It's too ethnic for you.
Right. Let me tell you.
I don't deal with
he said.
I don't deal with real sports.
Back in my day.
No, he'd be like, I used to watch golf, but now they're invading that too.
Nah, not golf. I would never watch golf.
BT's favorite sport was baseball, and he grew up watching Babe Ruth.
Funny,
and then he got disappointed when he found out Babe Ruth was really black.
You're an idiot.
He stopped watching when Jackie Robinson debuted.
No, Babe Ruth really was black.
I think Babe Ruth is one of the most overrated fucking athletes of all time.
Okay, back on track, because
next, the United States Championship, Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight.
Come on, man.
Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
He's gonna, dude.
We know who's winning, but what happens in the match?
He's gonna pin fucking Damian Priest.
Yep, I said that too. Priest.
I think he's pinning LA Knight.
He ain't gonna pin LA Knight.
He's already done it before.
He did it before in a one-on-one match in a fatal four-way. They need somebody else to be the heater. It's got
I
to
think
be.
they're gonna do that classic. Drew looks like he's gonna win. He's gonna hit the Claymore on Priest. Then Jacob's gonna throw him out of the ring and just steal the cover.
What
I
the
think this is
fuck?
I don't know what the fuck. I'm not even gonna fucking click it.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that. It's probably you know who.
We're getting bots. So
I mean, you laughing. You
the
don't want to
Twitch
get
bots,
sued.
the Twitch bots have found us.
Stop laughing. You gonna get sued anyway,
I know you're going to fucking jail, dude.
Yeah, okay.
dude. You're gonna. They're gonna.
We'll
They're
wake
gonna.
up tomorrow. We'll wake up. This man's gonna start a GoFundMe for his fucking bail money.
Exactly. They're gonna give you. They're gonna give you a new meaning to wrestling in jail.
Yeah, okay.
You're gonna be wrestling for your virginity every night.
They're gonna give you a pile driver up the ass.
Anyway,
Hey, Brandon, he gonna be introduced to the Booty Warrior. He gonna be introduced to the Booty Warrior.
And you're gonna find a whole new meaning to Undertaker.
Oh, shut up! Shut up!
Still
Oh my
rolling
God.
his eyes backwards. You're gonna roll your asshole backwards.
Oh my God! Stop! Hey, I stopped, Brandon. Hey, he's gonna send us a text after this. You guys are
Like,
mean.
I don't know. He's Mr. Chat GP. Like, how the fuck to get rid of
what's the next match?
probably, I
didn't-
think probably the most unpredictable match of the night. Dominic Mysterio versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship.
It's not fucking. Listen, Dominic is gonna win.
Dominic's gonna win.
I think Dom's winning, but like Penta's gonna lose 2 straight matches to Dom.
Yes, because they're gonna. It's gonna be.
It's a choice.
It's gonna be. Damn, Greg's even hopping in.
AJ.
Please take Daniel Garcia to prison with you.
Finn is going to try to cost Dominic the match. It's going to backfire, and it's going to continue the story with Dominic and Finn.
No, it's too early.
They're not going to split up yet, but it's going to.
They're going to tease. They're going to tease that something. No, so Finn is going to help Dom, but they're going to tease, and it's almost going to backfire. But I have a feeling I know how that match is going to go. Like they're going to tease something. Like I don't think they're going to tease like him turning.
Match.
Yeah, they're going to tease something happening, but nothing's actually going to happen. I think that I realistically they're gonna push that shit. Either they're gonna do it right before SummerSlam or they're gonna break them up at SummerSlam.
If they didn't announce AJ versus Finn for Monday, I think there was a legit chance they do it now. But Dom's winning. I just want to know how you get the Penta lose it clean, because I don't think it should be a DQ finish or some shit.
He's not gonna lose clean.
He's not gonna lose clean, and Finn's gonna cost him the match.
So it's pretty much just a replay of the Raw After Mania match.
Yeah.
Okay. Next match, Lyra Valkyria versus me and Bobby's GOAT, Becky Lynch, for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
How dare you?
Our GOAT.
Originally, I thought Lyra was going to win this match because I thought Becky would cost. I thought Bayley would cost Becky the match, but they're going to do basically the same finish for 2 matches for both Intercontinental titles, and that's why I'm like, no. So I think Becky's going to be winning this one.
I think one or two things are going to happen. Either Becky's that's what I said too. So one or two things, but then again, it wouldn't be uncommon to so one or two things is going to happen. Becky's either going to win or Bayley is going to come back and cost Becky. I personally think Becky is going to win, and then her and Bayley feud into SummerSlam.
Right. And what do you do with Lyra after that then?
start building her up for the world title. Because they need other challenges aside just fucking Rhea. For Rio. I got Becky winning this. I think
you got Becky winning
honestly
every
they
match.
need
I
it.
know. Well, I'm not surprised on that one.
They need it. You need someone that could elevate the mid card scene for the women's division after you just pretty much fired everyone. So Becky makes the most sense, and then Lyra, you can now start building towards the main title and giving her more high profile matches instead of fighting Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile every 2 weeks. Okay. Then the final match, the most emotional match of the night for Bobby for the last time, John Cena versus Randy Orton.
Obviously, Cena's winning.
Cena's winning. I just don't know how they're
Cena's
gonna win.
winning, and I don't understand the amount of people that are sitting there saying The Rock will come out. Rock, when you show up to Mania, you think you show up to fucking Backlash?
In St. Louis of all places. Now I love St. Louis because that's my hometown. Not my hometown, but that's my home state. But he's not
Rock's
showing
in
up to St.
Hawaii
Louis.
making his movie for Scorsese. That's the whole point. Reason why he didn't even come.
Yeah,
to
that man trying to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
That man got tired of y'all saying that man can't act, and now this
Plays the
man.
same role every movie.
This is the first movie that he's not doing the same role. The Shatter Machine or the Smashing Machine.
Smash Me. That movie looks like it's going to be good. He's going for the Oscar. He has 2 chances for it. He doesn't get it with either of those two. He's never getting it. Unless he gets it in Moana, the live action movie. I got Cena here. Who's next for Cena?
Well, next would be what? Money in the Bank?
Well, technically Saturday Night Main Event. He's on the quote unquote poster for that one.
Probably a rematch. Probably some dusty finish with Randy Orton, and they do a rematch.
Honestly, I think
because they're building this as the last time.
he's just going to make an appearance on Saturday Night's Main Event. There's going to be an angle or something. I don't think he's going to have. I don't think he's going to have both world title matches on Saturday Night's Main Event. And they got to put Jay against Logan Paul. They're not going to hold that up for another month till Money in the Bank.
Okay. Say Money in the Bank is next. Who's he facing? Because I don't think you're doing Cody until SummerSlam, right?
At least, if not later.
You're not doing Roman. You're not doing Punk.
They're not ready for my tribal chief yet.
I don't know who truly is next for Cena.
I have no idea who they would go with after Randy. I have no clue.
Maybe Drew? Drew's like the only other person on the SmackDown roster I can think of.
I mean, do they go with someone from Raw?
I mean, even looking on Raw, who do you have that's not tied up? That's not going to be tied up into something.
I mean, if he's not going to have a match until Money in the Bank, wouldn't it be apropos to have it be Punk against Cena, seeing that they had their big match at Money in the Bank?
Yeah, but it also feels like Punk's going to be tied up with the Rollins shit. Because a certain tribal chief is not back yet.
Well, he's supposed to be back for Money in the Bank, so that won't make sense because they'll probably do the tag match at Money in the Bank with Rollins and Braun against Punk and Roman.
Maybe they do Sammy. Like
Sammy
that's the only person I can think of. I don't know who you put Cena against after Orton.
Yeah.
Unless you're just holding off on Cena's next match until like SummerSlam.
LA Knight.
Oh. Yeah, there's a possibility. Sucks that Owens got hurt because Owens would be the answer. I don't know who else they fucking got.
Wait, what about AJ?
And it looks like he's doing shit with Dom next.
Unless that whole thing was just to get to Finn, because he looks like Finn's the one who's gonna win the title from Dom.
Yeah, but they're definitely gonna do Dom versus AJ at some point.
And then also, is AJ doing something with Cross?
No,
Or-
Zayn is no.
Or are they switching right to Sammy? Because they were teasing after WrestleMania with Karrion and AJ. Now it looks like they're going to move to Sammy, I guess, with Cross, right? Which was I thought was going to be the WrestleMania match.
You thought wrong.
Apparently,
Guess we got to find out.
I mean, is there anyone that
no
might come
idea.
back that like might show up at the end of the event for Cena? Is there anyone like
That would
ready?
probably where you get the answer, I'd guess, or that person shows up at Saturday Night Main Event on them,
Yeah.
or maybe they just do Cody at Money in the Bank.
And then what do you do at SummerSlam?
Cena and Travis Scott versus Cody and partner.
No, that's when Cody comes back.
I'm just saying if they went with Cody for Money in the Bank instead of SummerSlam, and then you just do a tag match at SummerSlam.
Who would the partner be for Cody?
No idea. Probably be another celebrity knowing them, so probably like Bad Bunny or some bullshit.
Well, that's what they were saying, right? Bad Bunny.
Just knowing him, it'd probably be another celebrity, just so they can get the moment. I'm gonna look up this WWE roster because I seriously can't think of anyone.
Do you think the backlash is going to be good?
I don't know.
I think
It's probably gonna be.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine for what it is. I think.
It's gonna go back to being good.
I'm not like expecting like, oh, we're gonna see like a match of the year on this card. I think all the matches will either be good, or it'll be a mix of like shit and good, or just be all bad. Okay, let me
I
pull up
think
SmackDown.
I'm gonna call it. I think the sleeper match, not that it's gonna be a 5-star, but it's gonna exceed expectations, is gonna be Gunther and Pat McAfee. I think a lot of people are
Pretty high
shitting on it because it's
expectations for it
Pat,
anyway.
but I think it's going to exceed what people are expecting. People seem to forget about Pat when he was in NXT feuding with Adam Cole.
Is there anyone?
We better wrap this up. I gotta go talk to my wife.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we can wrap it up now. There's nothing left.
Mm.
All right. We'll be back Saturday after Backlash. Adios.